The hardest part wasn't losing him to my friend. It has been pretending I never wanted him. That's a quote from Emma, our guest today. I am your host, Ashley, and honestly, I think today's episode might need a little parental guidance sticker on it. Just a tiny one.
Hi, Ashley. It's just another story about life and love. I'm a retired stripper with a soft heart.
That's true. Everyone, I am so excited to be talking to my girl, Emma. Emma's story is about reinvention, versions of ourselves we survive, and about wanting someone you absolutely should not want.
Oh, God. Listening to you say it like that takes me back. Love has no limits, you know?
Then take us back with you. Start wherever feels comfortable.
Okay. I used to be a stripper, not the sad kind people imagine. It was a job. It paid well. It gave me my son, Leo.
We talk about almost lovers on the show, but your story is so layered. You're so open about your past as a stripper, and I love how you own it.
Yes, I definitely do. I have this joke I always like to say I used to be a whore for a living. My mom hates it. But look, if you can laugh at the fact that you used to slide down a brass pole for $20 bills while a guy named Big Tony watched, then what are we even doing here?
Exactly. But there's a realness to it. It's part of the journey, and that journey led you to, well, let's talk about the almost life right now. Let's talk about Raphael, or DJ Raff as the club knows him.
Raff, why did you have to say his name like that? Now I'm blushing.
I bet your face is the color of a Hollywood sunset. So, for the people who don't know, Raff is the house DJ at the club where Emma used to work, right?
Yeah, he's something else. Late nights after the club closed, I'd sit at the bar in a hoodie, makeup gone, heels off. He'd pack up his equipment while we talked about music, about our kids, about how weird it feels to be seen only as what you do for money. He's a really decent man, you know? But it's
Complicated, isn't it? He's not just some guy.
yeah, he has a son, so he's a parent like me, and he has a son with Tanya, who is like one of my best friends, also a former dancer. We kind of all came up together. So it's this weird, messy, beautiful family dynamic that I'm just hovering on the edge of. That hovering feeling, that is the essence of an almost lover. You're there, you're close, you see the goodness in him, but there's this wall, right? Ashley, it's a huge wall because I love Tanya. She's my girl. And seeing him be such a good dad to their kid, it makes me want to throw myself at him. Is it just that? Everything about him makes me want him. The way he walks, talks, smiles. Ashley, when I tell you this man is hot, it's like an understatement. Just his smell when he passes by me just turns me on, and I'm a girl that needs lube and some action to get going.
Has Raff given you any indication he might feel the same way or see you in a romantic light?
That's a good question. It's difficult to say, but I'd say yes. When I was on the pole or working, he would barely look at me. He looks at me more now in my regular mom clothes. He makes it obvious that he's looking, and I'm not a shy girl. I give it right back and let him know that I know he's looking. So the chemistry is undeniable. It's surprising that after all this time, nothing more has happened between you two. Well, something did happen before I stopped stripping. There was one night we were leaving the club. We were parting ways, and after a few steps, he turned around, called me. I turned back around to face him, and he just stood looking at me. It felt like forever. Then he dropped his gear on the ground and approached me.
What were you thinking in that moment?
I wasn't thinking. I became a little girl. He held my small waist in both his arms, not my ass or boobs. That's when I knew it was different, because it felt different. He looked into my eyes with a pain and fear I knew was probably mirrored in my own eyes, you know? Then he kissed me.
What did you do?
I froze, and then I kissed him back. There was so much longing in that kiss, and yet it didn't feel sexual. I felt something very unfamiliar begin to stir inside me. I put my head on his shoulder, and he just held me to him. We stood in each other's arms at the far end of the parking lot. until he pulled back, kissed me on the cheek, and said, "Get home safe."
That sounds like it was an intense moment.
It was. It was one of those moments you can't replicate, and neither did we ever try to until I left stripping. We knew what was at stake. He has a child with one of my best friends. For me, I wanted to protect the peace we have. Plus, I've got Leo to think about. My little guy is my whole world.
Right. Leo, how is he doing?
He's 4 years, going on 40, though. He's a smart little guy. He's doing great.
Emma, how do you manage it? The waitressing, the extra work, the mom life, and then, navigating these feelings for Raff. It sounds like a lot for one person to carry.
It is. Some days I feel like I'm drowning.
That sounds stressful. How does everything going on make you feel?
I'm a tough girl. Stripping ain't easy. Those days working a club was like being in college. I learned everything about people, about life, and in a lot of ways, about love as well, The men that came to watch me dance, most of them had girlfriends and wives they loved, but could not fulfill their fantasies like me and the girls could. My crush on Raff was real. I developed the same interests as him, his music mostly.
Yeah, that is peak crush behavior.
Shut up, no. It's just, he's so good. He blends these old school tracks with modern beats, and I don't know, when he's behind the decks, he just looks so focused. It's attractive, okay? Seeing a man be good at what he does, it's this ultimate aphrodisiac.
Has it only been the moment you kissed him, or does he know you have actual feelings for him? Does he have any idea how you feel years later?
I think he might. This man has seen me naked and stayed professional, disciplined, and when I'm fully clothed, gives me these looks like he is undressing me with his eyes. Even now, when the kids have playdates and Tanya's there, there's this look, you know the look, where the conversation stops for like 2 seconds too long.
I know it well.
Yeah, that one. But then something will happen, or someone will ask me a question, and the moment just poof, gone. And I'm back to being Emma, the funny friend, because I joke around a lot.
Do you think you use the jokes as a shield? Like if either the wild one or the taboo one, then you don't have to be vulnerable about wanting something real with a guy like Raff?
Yeah, maybe. I've never given that a thought before. To me, it's just me being me, especially when Raff is around. I find myself cracking jokes and avoiding looking him in the eyes when that's all I want to do.
How does it make you feel that you react to him like that?
Honestly, I hate it. In my actual life right now, the stakes are huge. I don't want to feel what I feel for Raff. I ask myself what's wrong with me for wanting someone who should be off limits. I want Leo to have stability. I want to be more than just a girl who used to dance.
But you already are. Look at everything you're doing. You're providing, you're parenting, you're showing up. And honestly, I think Raff sees that. Men like that, the decent ones, they aren't looking for a script, they're looking for the person behind the characters we intentionally portray to the world.
I hope so. I really hope so. Tanya and Raff were never really together. More like a night that turned into a lifetime responsibility. They're good co-parents, friendly, respectful, and Tanya, she's beautiful, loud, magnetic, the kind of woman who fills a room. I can't badmouth my friend, but she says it herself that she's tired of dealing with Raff, even on a co-parenting level. The things and qualities she says she is tired of are all the things that make him Raff, that make him the man I love.
I understand that. Having listened to your story, the question still remains. Do you act on your crush and tell Raff, or you lock those emotions and desires away? Only you can answer it. Thank you for being so raw and honest today.
Thanks, Ashley. It actually felt good to say it out loud.
I have to ask, if Raphael were listening, what would you want him to hear?
That I see him, not as a DJ, not as someone's baby daddy, just as a man who made me feel human when my life was loud and transactional. His kind words, calming voice, and just being there for me made me love him in a non-sexual way that's so foreign to me. Not that I wouldn't devour him if I had the chance. Thanks again, Emma. As you've heard,
Not all taboo love is acted on. Some of it is endured, contained. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is want someone and let that wanting end with you. That's what Emma has done so far. This has been the Almost Lovers Club. I'm Ashley.